How to cure feeling lonely. That's the topic we're going to be discussing on this very special Valentine's Day episode live. So stick around for all of that and much, much more that's coming right. Whoa! To Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. And if this is your first time here, and most importantly, you are open to suggestions and change, please consider subscribing and then banging that bell so that way you won't miss a single thing when it comes to getting a better grip on your life. And as I always say at the beginning of each show, I am here to help as many people as possible that are first and foremost open to the help, get the best possible grips on their life so that way each and every one of you can accomplish whatever it is that your hearts desire. Welcome to the show, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. It is Sunday, February 14th, 2021. And before we move forward, let me make sure that the notification has gone out on the YouTube side of things, and it certainly has. I'll get to the chat in just a little bit on both Facebook and YouTube. Let me check out the back end. The notification has gone out. Let me check out the back end and make sure that it's rolling smoothly in YouTube Studio, and it certainly is. Once again, like I just mentioned a second ago, we are also simulcasting live on Facebook as well. And let me just ensure that Facebook is rolling smoothly. We have one person there. Facebook as well. And let me just ensure that Facebook is rolling smoothly. iPhone 12 Pro Max. What an awesome phone. Look at this. See that? Isn't that a great phone? Not trying to show off. I just love the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Best iPhone ever made. Until the 12S or 13 comes out. All right. Yeah, there we go. Now I can turn this thing off and get back to the show. And before we move even further on this very special Valentine's Day episode, I must not forget to mention my amazing sponsor, who is also a long time, almost 10-year friend of mine. He is none other than the great Troy Brewer, and he is the CEO, founder, and owner of the Discover Community Network for all of your product and service needs from the most trusted professionals in the industry. Please visit www.discovercommunitynetwork.com. One more time. That's www.discovercommunitynetwork.com. You can also visit a subsidiary of the Discover Community Network known as the DCN Internet Radio Network. And when you go on that website, you're going to find a bunch of talk and music internet radio stations. And more than likely, one of those talk or music internet radio stations will suit your talk or music genre needs. So if you like that kind of thing, please check out www.dcninternetradionetwork.com. One more time, that's www.dcninternetradionetwork.com. Both of those links are below the description, about a third of the way down on the YouTube side of things. And if you reach out, or if you go to those websites and you decide to reach out to Troy, which is what I'm trying to say, by phone or by email, to connect with him, please do not fail. Do not fail to mention that Coach Eli, as always, sends you with lots of love. I'm laying it on a bit thick today, if you haven't noticed. It's Valentine's Day. Isn't this the day where us dudes are supposed to lay it on a bit thick and put our women on pedestals and spend enormous amounts of money on women and oh man, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. No, it doesn't work in the modern world. If you have a lady, hopefully you're doing something nice for her today. And hopefully she's also doing something nice to you in this modern world we all live in, where it's about equality now, right? Now, I'm still the type of guy that would want to take out my lady if I had a girlfriend at this time. I would want to take my lady out for Valentine's Day. But hey, to each its own. I mean, there are women out there that are probably taking their men out for Valentine's Day, or they're both equally, doing nice things for each other. The last Valentine's Day I had was several years ago with my ex, Dana. And I even did a video on that, which I shared from my former channel on a stream I did last week where I was reminiscing some past streams. If you want to go check out those streams, and you'll see the part where I did something incredible for my girlfriend that day. Go check it out. I kind of laid it on a bit thick purposefully for the video, but she deserved it. She was a good woman, and she was always good to me. And she did some nice things for me on Valentine's Day as well. So guys, don't be afraid to, do something nice on Valentine's Day for your lady. That doesn't make you less of a man. And as long as you have the right woman that appreciates it and respects you, that's all that really matters. Okay. Let me check out Facebook and see if anyone, no one is there. Now, there were two people and now they're gone. Okay, we'll check back a little bit later on Facebook. Let me go over to the YouTube side of things. American Dream 1.5. I'm on my way to work, Coach Eli. I enjoyed talking to you last night. It is a pleasure to have a real friend on YouTube. It is very rare. Yeah, Dream, you're right. You're right. And it doesn't have to be rare. And what I'm going to talk about here today partially involves that, my friend. Because I want to create more unity out here on YouTube instead of, creating segregation like many people do. And I'll be speaking about that here in just a little bit, but I appreciate your comment. And I'm going to work my way through the chat on YouTube, and then I'll start talking about what I just mentioned. And then right below that, American Dream 1.5 with the $2 super chat. Jeez, Dream, jeez. And he says, you're a good man. You are a good man with a big heart. Hashtag respect. Thank you so much, Dream. And I feel the same way about you. Despite anything that a bunch of negative people have said about both you and I out here on YouTube, I know you're a good man. And despite things that you've done and I've done, listen, Dream, we're human, right? We're going to make mistakes. People go through things and they sometimes do things that, they regret later on, but their intentions were never to harm anyone. And the problem being out here on YouTube is that when you make an honest mistake like that, a lot of these very hateful people that have been trolling us from these drama groups, they like to continue to bring up the same things over and over again. They like to focus on the one or two mistakes that we made honestly, right? Because we've moved past those mistakes and now we're creating positivity and we're growing with the right group of people, with more positive people. And they see us, about to pass them up with, views and subscribers and all that, right? And they don't like that. So they're doing whatever they can to try to slow down our progress of positivity, of positive growth, right? But see, Dream, we don't have to let any people like that get to us because we're stronger than them. Now, they can become as strong as us if they want to, but that's up to them if they want to make that change. Right now, they're not ready to make that change. Man, like I mentioned all the time to you and everyone else, the only opinion of yourself that matters is your own. The only opinion of you that matters is your own, right? You don't have to accept anyone else's opinion of yourself. Now, there are some people out here on YouTube, on the YouTube side of things, and maybe even Facebook and social media, that take things a bit too far and do some, crazy things because they're initial words don't get to us. Their, initial trolling doesn't get to us. So they tend to amp things up. And that's where all these people start to do doxing, and they start to, like, I'll even mention this. I wasn't going to mention it, but I will, because I don't care. I'm just me. You know that guy Raleigh that has been coming at you and coming at me. In the past, he created a website on me, and I actually took that down for copyright, and he got it reinstated on a counter notification. And now he's apparently, created a couple of new websites on me. I could care less what you do, Raleigh. You can create those websites. You can embed my videos there and give me more views and subs. Like, I really don't care, bro, because it doesn't bother me. It doesn't faze me. I'm not going to DMCA that website, dude. But here's the honest truth. The honest truth is this. If you have that much time on your hands, Raleigh, and these other people, to create websites about me and put pictures of me with rainbow dildos in my mouth, pardon my French, that's what they are, okay? That's what these people do. They put rainbow sex toys in my mouth. If you have time to create websites like that and do drama streams talking smack about people all day, and then at the same time you say that you love your wife, when do you have time to spend with your wife? And my question to you, Raleigh, is, and I wasn't going to even talk about this, but I feel like I'm going to talk about whatever I want to talk about, because there are people going through things with you people and other people online, and I want to help these people overcome this, okay? The bottom line, Raleigh, is you're just a very unhappy person. You're a very unhappy person. You're miserable, because if you weren't, you wouldn't be making this type of content. And again, it doesn't bother me. Nothing you guys do bothers me or bothers American Dream 1.5 and anyone else that you folks decide to go after and attack, dox, create websites, malicious websites on them, etc. I'm going to help them work through it. And I'm going to give them a community here of positivity and uplifting type of, content, so they know that there are really good people out here. American Dream 1.5, there are a lot of amazing people on YouTube and social media. You just have to know where to find them. And there first and foremost has to be a creator that's creating positive content that's going to initially attract a few of those people. And then once you get a couple people, like now over here, we have You Dream, we have Moonchild, we have Mutt Nuts World, Queen Helen Casey, and many others, right? We have a good group of, 10 to 15 people here now that are positive people. Once you create the first 10 or 15, once you have the first 10 or 15 positive people on your channel, and you as a content creator are a positive creator, over the course of time, more and more people that are positive are going to naturally, come to this channel. They're going to naturally want to be here. And then you brought over Jenny from the block. That's another awesome person that these people seem to be attacking. And you see, the more they come at us, Dream, the truth of the matter is this. The more they come at us, the more jealousy they have. The more they're trying to stop us from doing what we're doing, because we're positive people and they wish they could be at our level. That's just the bottom line. That's just the bottom line. So that is that. Let's see. Let's go down. American Dream 1.5 says, the roads are icy and crazy in Texas. I see car wrecks every 200 yards. We'll drive safely, bro. And Moonchild's in the house. Hi, Coach and chat. I like the background. Stay safe, Dream. Hey, Moonchild, welcome to the show. How are you doing? And Moonchild, I see that you're already deleting people. Hey, Hillbilly Joe is okay. I'm going to unban Hillbilly Joe. He asked an honest question. You didn't know that, Moonchild. That's okay. Don't worry about that. Okay, and I'm also going to unban Love on the Rocks because I mean that was an honest question. So they're probably semi trolls, but let's give them a chance. I want to engage the people here, and if they get really out of line, then we'll ban them. And you did the right thing. No, Moonchild, don't apologize. You're new to moderating. Don't worry, Moonchild. I know you're a lady. I know women are a little more emotional than guys. And I know you don't want to create any harm. You're awesome, okay? Just believe me when I say that. I'm not mad. I think you do a great job, and I'm very happy to have you here. I'm making a decision on that. And these guys are listen, technically they're trolls, okay? But sub-trolls are reasonable, right? And if they want to talk about something in a constructive way, I'm open to discussing it. So don't worry about that. But we're going to leave Cheeseburger's gaping hole. Sorry, Cheese Bears. Jesus Christ. That's I think that's Robert. Okay, thank you. Yes, Moonchild. Moonchild, you are female, right? No disrespect, a lot of respect. We've talked on the phone before. You are female, and you have emotions, and you care about people, and you don't want to harm anyone. I get it. I'm a dude that understands that. You know what I mean? So let me see. Love on the Rocks, and Hillbilly Joe. You're unbanned, so you're good for now, at least. And hopefully we can keep it constructive. You can stick around for the whole show. Hillbilly Joe says, your last Valentine's date was that one you showed the other week? Technically so, yes. Yes. Because that was my last relationship. I've gone on dates, man. I haven't had any serious relationships since that point. And so that was the last Valentine's Day I celebrated with a woman. She was a good woman. And I'll tell you, I honestly feel that was one of the best videos I ever did. The editing was phenomenal. I used my iPhone to record most of it, obviously. There was a lot of cringe factor within it. And I did it on purpose because I was kind of trying to trigger the MGTOW community that's anti-woman, because I'm not. So I laid it on a bit thick so they could overreact to it. But my lady Dana back then, my former lady, okay, she was my lady back then. She knew what I was doing, but she also knew I really cared about her and that I wanted to do something nice for her and her family. So yeah, that was the last one. Thank you for mentioning that. Let me see here. Love on the Rock says, GLM seems to have found herself stuck between a rock and a hard spot the last few days. Well, can you be a little more specific with that, Love on the Rocks? What are you saying? I would have definitely banned that one. Yeah, it looks like Robert's back trolling. He found a few sock accounts that he could use that aren't banned. Coach Eli's Big American Bumming Live. You know what, Dream, Moonchild, and anyone else watching on Facebook or YouTube? You know what's funny to me? For this group of people that doesn't like me or like my content, they certainly watch me all the time. I just don't get it, right? I don't get it. All right, folks. Here's how the show is going to go today. I'm not going to be on anywhere nearly as long as I was last night. I was on last night for, 3.5 plus almost 4 hours. That was quite a lengthy show. Yesterday's show was really good. If you missed it, go back and check out the replay when you get a chance, and just listen to it in the background. I was talking about Trump getting acquitted for the first two segments, and then I was also talking about another YouTuber that was trying to resell my content from my channel on his newly monetized channel as a paid membership option. And I shared a lot about that, and obviously, that the side that he's on, the Dramasphere side, including this guy Raleigh we've been talking about, was complaining about it. And it's so funny what Raleigh does on his channel, American Dream, and Moonchild, and anyone else. Like, he so amps things up to try to just trigger his audience and keep his audience engaged and entertained. Like, he's saying things like, Eli sent Jamie, the Punksthetic channel, an email threatening him and this and that. No, I did not. I had the right to do that. I also had the right to report him to creator support, YouTube copyright, and the monetization department for not only stealing my content, but putting it behind the paywall of the YouTube Partner Program's membership program to try to, prevent myself from finding out about it and making more money, from his audience using my content. Dream on, Raleigh. And then Raleigh also mentioned that this new copyright court, Small Claims Copyright Court, is an arbitration. And he was also saying that even if you sue someone in that small claims court, if they don't agree to settle the dispute in small claims court, they don't have to accept it, and then you have to sue them in a federal court. No, Raleigh, that's incorrect. There's no point to creating the small claims copyright court if it cannot be used by smaller creators. We cannot afford to pay the big bucks, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, to sue somebody in a federal copyright court system, which was the only option before they created the small claims copyright court. So, Raleigh, you're blowing smoke up your audience's what. Like, everything the guy says on his channel is, he knows it's not true. And he just, basically flips things on purpose because he has an audience of people that, hate myself and other people that do things the right way, right? And then he's also saying that I'm going to file a complaint, for Coach Eli talking about LGBTQ at this timestamp. That never happened, dude. And go ahead. You want to play clips of my content stating that on your channel, Raleigh? Be my guest. I could care less. The bottom line is, dude, your show is full of fluff. Your show is full of fluff. And look, Love on the Rocks, I'm not saying that Raleigh isn't capable of being a good dude, but he has no show. He's a drama king, just like the rest of these people are from the other side. And he has no show, so he has to talk about myself and American Dream and other people, and then he makes things up, and then he twists things and, spreads misinformation about, things like this new small claims copyright court. That's fine. Think what you want. All that matters is what the truth is, right? I don't violate any laws. And the email I sent to Jamie was legitimate, and I had the right to report him for, spam and deceptive practices of trying to sell my content under the paywall of his monetized channel's membership program. Pretty pathetic there, in my opinion. Love on the Rocks. Raleigh is a good dude. He's capable of being a good dude, but because he has no other content that gets him traction, because he has a Dramasphere audience that wants drama, he's focusing on the drama and just making things up to entertain them. That's what he does. It's pretty pathetic. You can totally tell. Like, if you look at him while he speaks, he's like, you can tell he can't even keep a straight face when he talks. It's so hilarious, right? Love on the Rock says, you should be more concerned with GLM hanging around, her true colors. No, dude, here's the thing. I think, I never once thought that GLM, the God Loves Me channel, was a bad person. I think she got caught up with the wrong people like myself, American Dream, and many other people did out here on the YouTube side of things. Okay? And look, what I can respect about GLM is this, is that, look, I was on her stream a few days ago, and she said, Eli can chat here, but Eli, just know I don't support you, but, I'm not coming after you either. I get it, GLM. I get it. I told her I get it in the chat. I'm totally cool with that. I'm not looking to be best friends with everyone. I'm looking to get along with people. And quite frankly, if you want me to be honest with you, I think GLM actually enjoys my content. And to be honest with you, when she's not dealing with these trolls and haters, and she's down to earth and reasonable, it's pleasant to listen to her streams as well. I can sit here and say that despite what happened in the past. A lot of the things that happened in the past, were, forced upon her and other people, to be worthy of being a part of their drama sphere groups. And when she realized enough is enough, she withdrew from all that. Now, does that mean, does that mean she's not capable of doing any of those things again? No. I mean, I could go back and do things I used to do that I'm not proud of, but I've decided to move forward. I feel she has as well. So has American Dream and many other people. And quite frankly, we're just all tired of the drama, where it's the same old thing, different day, right? It's the same old thing, different day. And speaking of the drama group, the topic of today's show is, are you single and lonely? How to overcome this and attract anything you want. Happy Valentine's Day. One more time. Are you single and lonely? How to overcome this and attract anything you want. Now, let me mention how this show's going to go. I'm going to speak my thoughts about, how people that are lonely can handle this, how to overcome it. And then I'm going to take a break after that and come back and go over an amazing blog from one of my favorite blog sites I haven't, visited in a while, Psychology Today. It's called Feeling Lonely, Discover 18 Ways to Overcome Loneliness. So that's a great, great blog. Stick around for that. But let me get back to discussing, if you're a single and lonely person, this is going to be primarily catered to single and lonely people, because people that are not single are typically happy. And if you're in a marriage or you're dating a man or a woman, and you feel lonely while you're married to them or dating them, then you have a serious issue within your relationship. And if you already haven't discussed your feeling of loneliness to your partner, I would first and foremost try to discuss it with your husband or wife or your boyfriend or girlfriend and make them aware of how you feel. And if they're not, willing to work on changing that feeling of loneliness that you're feeling, because if you're feeling lonely, it typically means that you're more invested in the relationship or marriage than they are. And if they're not willing to be as invested as they initially were, you may either have to go through a divorce or break up with that person and move on, right? There's no reason why any, dating couple or married couple should ever feel lonely, because you always have somebody there, right? It's all about whether you get along or not. Love on the Rocks. She's down in the dumps because Trim broke up with her. She'll probably get a lot from your stream tonight. Listen, I actually have respect for GLM. I do, GLM. I'm not here to talk smack about you. I think you're a good person. I think you've been through a lot in your life, like we all have. And you've dealt with a bunch of crazy people out here. I will say this again. I've tried to tell GLM that Trim, Ronaldo, and this other guy named Robert are the same person. I don't want to get too far into it. She doesn't want to believe it. Most people don't want to believe it. There's a super troll out there by the name of Trim Hits. He also goes by the name of Ronaldo, and I know who he really is because I have a restraining order on him. His name is Robert. I have a restraining order on the guy. And so, I tried to explain this to her, many months ago on a live stream on one of her channels, her former channels, before it got shut down. And hey, look, I'm not going to force anyone to believe anything. It's up to them. All I can tell you is this. I've had that restraining order on them for like 5 months now. And if that was a misidentification, with Robert could have his attorneys, contact myself or the court system here where I live in San Mateo County and have it reversed. But I don't see any legal action taken. That should speak for itself. So GLM, listen, I know you were probably emotionally invested into the supposed Trim Hits character. Okay, maybe you've spoken with him. Maybe it was somebody else pretending to be Trim. Okay, people play games out here, GLM, and you know that. You know that. I know that GLM has had a lot of online relationships with people from YouTube. That's your choice. I know a lot of people do that. My suggestion, GLM, and this is just my suggestion, whether you admit it or not, everybody wants to be loved. Everyone wants to find someone. Everyone doesn't want to feel lonely. We all feel, listen, I've had moments of feeling lonely, right? I've been single for a while. And I'll tell you how I handled that in a second, how people should handle that. But here's my honest advice to you, GLM, is to put yourself out on a dating site, or, well, that's probably the best advice now because of COVID. Put yourself out on Match.com. Put yourself out maybe on Bumble. There are a couple decent sites out there. Sure, you're going to go, through a lot of people that aren't going to cut it or are going to be playing games, but you'll find someone. You'll find someone close to your area that's not from YouTube and is not playing games, right? And if you don't want to date someone, that's on you. If you want to be single longer, no problem. I just don't think YouTube and anonymous trolls are people that you should, I'm not telling you in general, I'm saying, folks, you shouldn't associate with these people. Like, these people, they're nameless, they're faceless. I mean, what do you get from that, right? What do you honestly get from that? Now, Love on the Rocks, I don't know whether what you said is true or not, but I don't see any reason, even as a troll, why you would, spread misinformation like that. It's not a big deal. So if you're single and lonely, how should you handle that? What are the best things to do to cure that? Well, the best way to cure that is to associate with other people. Join groups, whether they be in person. Now, because of COVID, that's kind of been put on hold. But go to Facebook or go on YouTube and find a community of people, that resonates with you, okay? If you're a good person with a good heart and you want to be around other positive, uplifting people, there are many forums on Facebook, Reddit, and many YouTube channels that do that. I'm one of those channels that is creating a community that loves uplifting people, right? Now, you got to be careful because there are a lot of drama groups out there that may lead you to believe they're happy, positive people, but they're really not. They're really not. But even people in the drama sphere, even people that are so low in the dumps, okay, and they're basically drama type of people, right? They don't love themselves, etc. They feel lonely as well, and they want to cure their loneliness. So what do? How do these people cure their loneliness? They look for other drama groups to join. Why? Because those drama groups make them feel like they're a part of something. They make them feel special. They make them feel important, right? They get validated that they're accepted, right? But is joining a group like that just to feel acceptance the right thing to do? When these people are nothing but hateful people that don't love themselves and, attack others to make themselves feel better? Do you want to be a part of that just to feel like you're accepted into something to cure your loneliness? Or would you rather join a positive group of people like my group over here on the Agrippa Life channel on YouTube and on my Facebook, and other more positive forums on the internet such as Facebook, Reddit, maybe even LinkedIn and other sites as well? Why did I get deleted? Did I say something wrong? New moderator, bro. I unbanned you. American Dream says they feel accepted like they're in the mafia. Well, the reason why some people that are so insecure and so depressed and lonely will join a drama group is because that's the only group that most of the time will accept somebody like that, right? Because a positive group of people is not going to want negativity within their group. And a positive group of people like my group over here on my channel and other more positive groups, right? We're able to identify a negative person, a downer, somebody that's just going to cause issues because they're very insecure and immature, mentally and emotionally unstable. On my channel, I'm willing to help those people. Those are the people that need the most help, right? And I'm open to giving those people a chance to a certain extent. If they come on my channel here on a live stream and they, talk smack in my chat and they're disturbing the chat and they're attacking and they're not here to learn and to be uplifted, then I'll ban them, right? But at least I'll give them a chance. But most other people most other positive groups won't give these people a chance, so they have to settle for a group that accepts them, which is typically going to be a group of people just like them, a group of insecure, emotionally unstable, mentally unstable, unhappy people, miserable people, right? Misery attracts misery, right? It's the truth. Looks like Robert's trolling here today. You know what, DAC? I'm just going to say the initials of your, horrific YouTube username. He says, American Dream is a community hopper looking for acceptance. Dude, it's his right to go wherever he wants to go. You're a troll and you're just looking to get attention. But I'm still going to answer the question. It's not a big deal. Doesn't everybody want acceptance, dude? Do you not want to be accepted? Wouldn't you rather be accepted into a real group of positive people, with the exception of the trolls and haters and drama groups that accept you because other real groups don't want to deal with very insecure people like yourself and immature people like yourself? Another aspect is personal maturity, which is why a lot of these people are not accepted into most positive groups, and they have to settle for negative drama groups, right? But again, like I said, just because these negative drama groups accept these people, and it may cure these people's loneliness for the time being, it's not going to help them get better or work through the underlying issue. It's going to make things worse. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, some of these trolls, account names. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Moon, I've been dealing with this for 4 years. Like, to you, it's new. To Dream and I just laugh at this stuff. We're like, these are pathetic losers, These are just, pathetic, lonely, insecure, weak-minded men. They're men usually. Like, women don't do stuff like this. American Dream 1.5. The American Dream is an educated man with a failed marriage and 5 loving animals who love him unconditionally. Dream, you don't owe anything to anyone, brother. But hey, feel free to say whatever you want to say in my chat. These people are not owed anything by you, myself, or any other positive people. These are people that have sunk so low that the only way they can feel good about themselves and feel accepted is by being other people being around other people in the same boat, right? Which again, doesn't help them. It makes it worse, right? Because they all start validating each other's horrible behaviors, right? And these people get stuck down an endless road of drama that they can't remove. And a lot of these content creators that were initially creating decent content, even such as Raleigh and Jamie, once they got involved with the drama group and their audience completely became a drama group, they tried putting out real content and nobody viewed it. So they realized we have to now convert our channels to drama channels to cater to the audience of people we have. See what I'm saying? And it's just sad. It's just sad, you know? It's a bunch of sad, lonely, and miserable people conglomerating together and, you know, sulking in each other's misery rather than joining a positive group and being accepted for real. And that's what would really cure your loneliness, is joining a positive group. As long as you go into it with a positive attitude, you come in and say, hey, my name is Jane. I found about you through this person. You seem to have some very uplifting content here. I'd love to be a part of your community. I'm going through a lot, so forgive me if I lash out every now and then, but I am working on myself. You see, if somebody approached it in that way, you know, that's totally cool. Okay? But if somebody came in and started to, you know, attack the channel or attack other people in the chat, etc., you know, even if they, you know, wanted to be here for the right reasons, I wouldn't keep someone like that around because a normal, decent person that's ready to learn in a positive way and be here for the right reasons on a channel like this would not behave that way. Would understand that if they, you know, act erratically, that they're going to be removed permanently, right? So what dating sites do you recommend? Match.com is the best one, bro. Match.com, I've been on Bumble in the past, but not for a while. But I've heard Bumble has become pretty good. So maybe check out Bumble. Match.com is the best one. OkCupid is okay. Do not use Plenty of Fish. It's become more of a hookup site with very low quality singles. That's what I noticed. Another one that I haven't used in a while, but people say is still good, is eHarmony. But eHarmony has this long process before you get to open communication. And it's just for the modern world, eHarmony takes too long to get to the point. Attraction's either going to be there or it isn't when you first meet someone, like within a few seconds. So why are you going to go through an extensive process just to be able to communicate with someone and exchange numbers like what happens on eHarmony? Go on Match, go on Bumble, message a bunch of women that you're attracted to physically and their profiles, etc. Some of them will respond. Get them on the phone as quickly as possible. Talk to them for 30 to 60 minutes. And if it feels right, meet up as soon as possible. And you're going to both know within 2 to 3 seconds of being around each other if you're attracted to each other. I'm telling you, physical attraction to both men and women nowadays, no matter what anyone says, I hate to say this, is 100% important. You could be, the man and the woman could get along very well. They could bond emotionally, spiritually, mentally. But if that physical attraction isn't there within 2 to 3 seconds of meeting in person, what I've noticed, it doesn't go anywhere. And you can tell when women are not attracted to you. You can tell by a woman's body language. If you're as intuitive as myself, you can tell if she's not feeling it physically within 2 to 3 seconds. And the guys that can't tell are going to sit around for 30 to 60 minutes, you know, wasting their time, right? Let me see here. Hillbilly Joe, do they cater for the over 60s? Yeah. I think there's even every site does, bro. If you, I think there's a new site called Mature Singles Over 50 or something. I can't remember. What's it called here? Over 50s. I forgot what that site is called. I think it's called like Our Time or something like that. I'm trying to find it online right now. I've seen the commercials on TV. There's Silver Singles, Christian Mingle. I'll put this website in the chat on YouTube and Facebook. It's from the observer.com site. I'm looking for a hot grandma. Well, check that out. Those are some sites there. Darren, how you doing, bro? 6 minutes ago on the Facebook side of things. Why so many trolls? Because they love me, bro. Because they're insecure and they're projecting their insecurities onto me, Darren. They don't want to see me be successful because they wish they could be me. Humbly speaking, though, Darren, you know me, I'm a humble guy, right? But welcome to the show, brother. How you doing today, dude? Did you go to work, bro? Are you back from work? And how did fishing end up last night? Thank you for being on the show last night on the Facebook side of things, Darren. Glad to have you on board, bro. We are at 46 minutes, so I'm going to take a break in a few minutes, folks, and then I'm going to come back and go over this blog that's going to share more information about feeling lonely. Discover 18 ways to overcome loneliness. But feel free to also get any, or ask any questions in the chat regarding the topic or any other business or personal questions you have. I'm always willing to answer constructive questions. Yeah, Darren, that's what happens when you're a YouTuber, dude. And because of the YouTube system, they allow anyone to create an account, obviously. And they used to allow you to create unlimited accounts and easily verify them, but now they're changing that. Google and YouTube are making it harder for trolls to create multiple accounts. So it's not as bad as it used to be, Darren. It used to be, Darren, if you were around a couple years ago, dude, it was out of style, bro. It was like out of control, like way out of control, dude. What age is too old to date out of curiosity? It's never too old to date, bro. It's all about how you feel, man. Do you want to date? Are you happy within yourself? Are you healthy? Do you want to go out there and meet a hot grandma, like you said, and make out and hang out, have fun, and hook up, like Coach Corey Wayne says on his channel? That's up to you, bro. It's never too late, dude. I'm 47 years old, and I laugh every now and then and call myself an old fart. And then I get people saying, dude, you're not an old fart. I'm like 55. I'm 60. Okay, well, okay. I'm just kind of messing around. But no, dude, it's never too late, dude. It's never too late. Remember the late and great Hugh Hefner? That dude was hooking up until he died, man. What was he like? How old was Hugh? Let me see. Hugh. He died, September 27, 2017. He was, let me see. Why won't it show his age? Typically, it'll show the age, but why won't it show? He was 91. So Hugh died at 91. That dude was popping Viagra and hooking up with, not grandmas, hooking up with 20 and 30-year-old women, 40-year-old women. I mean, to each its own, right? Well, little Joe still works. So that's good, Hillbilly Joe. That's good. Hang on a second. Give me a second here. Good job on the moderating, Moonchild. I could be the new Hugh Hefner, says Hillbilly Joe. Well, maybe you can. Hey, Hung Howie is good. Hung Howie and the boys. Happy Valentine's Day, brother. That's you, BBB, right? Is that you, BBB? Hey, BBB, if that's you, if I remember correctly, that's you. I heard a Sicily, or the artist known as 810, a Sicily 810, the former artist, right? I heard him on Jamie's members only live stream of my simulcast, and Jamie thought he would never find out about that. He thought I would never find out about that, right? But yeah, I guess he's still around. And how's he doing? I know he had a very attractive girlfriend. He lost a bunch of weight, and they Sicily really turned his life around after his divorce. I'm pretty proud of him, to be honest with you. Him and you, I mean, you, Brandon, and you and your friend Sicily, you're two decent guys, and you're hanging around with low life, dramasphere people. I just don't get it. Like, are you guys just so entertained by their cringe? Is that what it is? Because you, BDB, and Sicily, you both make good money. You are a family man, BDB. So is Sicily. He has kids. And I think he has a new amazing girlfriend now. So I don't know. I don't know what value you guys get out of hanging out with people, and not trying to be rude, that are subpar to you. And I'm not trying to kick anyone down. That's just what these people are, right? Let me see here. Okay, we're all caught up on the chat. Let me check out Facebook, and then I'm going to step away and take a quick break. Darren says, LOL, good, another work day today, didn't catch anything. Oh, sorry to hear about that, bro. Better luck next time at Oyster Point, right? Not a bad spot. Not a bad spot. All right, folks. I'm going to step away and take a quick break. But first, I need to cue up that music. Cue up the music. Cue it up, cue it up, cue it up. Let me see here. Okay. That's 3. And we just need one more. All right, folks, music is all queued up. I'm going to step away for a 5 to 7 or 8 minute break. When I get back, we're going to go over a blog from my favorite website. Once again, it's called Psychology Today, and the title is called Feeling Lonely, Discover 18 Ways to Overcome Loneliness. So stick around. We'll be right back. magic, he's back. Poof, 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 like magic, right? Right, Moonchild? Yeah. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. Whether you have someone or not, make this a great day. Make it a very positive day. Love yourself. Be your own Valentine. How's that? Be your own Valentine, right? Yeah. 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 I know all these songs on the YouTube audio library. Here we go. Yeah. You can get lost in a song like this, right? Right? Gotta have a little fun, right? We entertain people while throwing down those truth bombs. That's what we do here. We entertain people while throwing down truth bombs. All right, Coach. Lower the music, Coach, and get back to business. Lower the music, Coach. Get back to business. You know, I support you, Coach, behind the scenes, but I can't go public on it because the Dramasphere will hate me. They'll think I'm a traitor. Okay, bro. Whatever floats your boat, right? All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube and also once again simulcasting live on Facebook. Glad you could all join me on this very special day. It's Valentine's Day, and if you have a Valentine and you're a dude, take care of your lady today, right? Take care of her all the time, but make it a little extra special. And if you're a lady, take care of your dude as well. You know, if he does something nice to you, you know, and you typically exude a little more masculine energy than feminine energy, be a little more submissive today. Just be good to each other, right? Be the way that men and women have always biologically been made to be, right? All right, folks. I'm going to get to the chat in a second. I'll answer all the questions, including yours, Hillbilly Joe. You had a very interesting one. I will definitely share my opinion on that. But tonight, or today, well, it is evening here on the West Coast. It's already nighttime on the East Coast. Tonight's topic is, are you single and lonely? How to overcome this and attract anything you want. Happy Valentine's Day one more time. Are you single and lonely? How to overcome this and attract anything you want. Happy Valentine's Day. Here's the thing, folks. If you're feeling the blues because you're single and you're feeling lonely and it makes you feel depressed and you come across or come off depressed towards others, do you think it's going to attract a good person to want to be around you? Like if you're a man and you know you're feeling lonely, which there's nothing wrong with men feeling lonely, women feeling lonely, anyone feeling lonely, right? But if you let it get to you to the point of where it depresses you and you try to approach other people while feeling depressed and you come off angry and bitter, how attractive is that going to be to cure that loneliness with somebody that's going to, make you, happier than you should already be within yourself, right? You got to be happy within yourself. You got to love yourself despite anything else, regardless of what happens, okay? You're not going to change your single and lonely life and cure that unless you're happy within yourself first. Who wants to be around a depressed, miserable person? Do you? I mean, ask yourself that, right? I certainly don't. I feel bad for these people and I want to help uplift them to change their lives for the better. But, nothing can move forward until you, see that within yourself and realize that, hey, this is not cool. This is not who I am. I'm not going to let things get to me, whether I'm single or not. I'm just going to be myself. If I'm single and I want to attract somebody, I have to think about, what attracts me to someone else, right? If someone that, if someone was trying to approach me and they were depressed and they wanted to be with me, Would that attract me to them? No. So why be that way on the flip side, right? Does that make sense? I think it does. All right, let me check out Facebook real quick. Nothing happening over there. Let's get back to the YouTube chat here before we get to the blog. Hillbilly Joe says, can I ask a question? How would you feel about your mom dating? I have grandkids and daughters, so I'm a little worried about what they might think about Pop's dating. You do you, bro. My mother and one of her closest friends, these are both two old-fashioned, old-school Greek women that were raised very traditional from the old country. My mom's friend, her husband died when he was 50. And my father passed away 13 years ago, almost 13 years ago, when he was 76. And my mother, was 18 years, is 18 years younger than my father was, okay? Now, my mother's 70 now, and she just has chosen to not date. Same with her friend. It's a choice because they firmly believe in their vows till death do us part, and even beyond that. Like, my mother has so much respect for my father, and my mother's friend, who's also Greek from the old country, has so much respect for her husband. Like, they just don't feel right dating, and they're content within themselves. They come from a different era. Like, nowadays we live in a different world. Like, let's be real. Everybody gets lonely, whether they're a man or a woman. Even the strongest alpha male is going to get lonely. It happens to me. I get lonely at times, and that's not a bad thing, right? So we crave to bond with other people, and we crave to be in relationships and cohabitating and being intimate with someone, right? But they've just chosen, my mother and her friend, they've just chosen to live the rest of their life being celibate and not dating anyone out of respect for their husbands. Could I do that if I was in their shoes? Probably not. Probably not. Would it be okay for you to go and date? That's up to you, bro. You have to decide that for yourself. And, maybe your family might feel weird about it. Like, let's say, for example, if my mother started dating someone right now and changed her mind, right? Which I don't think she's ever going to do that. It would feel a little weird. It would feel a little weird to see my mother with another man besides my father. But you know what? If he was a good guy and respected her and treated her well, I would end up getting used to it and I'd be cool with it. But I'm not going to lie. It would be weird at first. And I think everyone would feel that way, including, your family, bro. But you got to do what makes you feel good about yourself. You got to do you and, accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. If you miss the company of a woman and you enjoy that, put yourself back out there, test the water, see what happens. If initially you get a little heat from your family, let them know, hey, look, I understand how you feel about this, but you know what? Hey, I want to be with somebody. I miss being with somebody. Be honest with them. And eventually, if it's the right person and they meet that person, if you start dating somebody new and they're cool, they'll get used to them being around. That's all it's going to take. People are just not good at handling change. It's just like on YouTube when they changed, the YouTube studio back end. People didn't like it at first. And to be honest, at first it was kind of weird to me, but now I love it. I mean, this new studio is way more robust, has way more, I wouldn't say it has many more features. It's just laid out in a much easier way. Like, they've made so many great improvements, but there was a lot of backlash at first, right? Any type of change, bro, is going to initially create a little bit of backlash, but then people get used to it, right? So that's that. Hopefully that helps you out a little bit, man. American Dream 1.5 says, awesome. Bill Bradford's in the house. He says, hey there. Hey, Bill, how you doing? Music that shakes the soul says American Dream 1.5 while I was on break. And American Dream once again with the $1 super chat. Thank you so much, Dream. I have to give you another big, huge round of applause. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Dream. Thank you, Dream. It's not necessary to super chat all the time, but again, I'm not going to tell any man or woman how to spend their money. Appreciate it. A lot of these people think that we're using each other or something. It's just ridiculous. These people just can't accept the fact that you like being here and I like having you here. And if you want to donate money to whoever, that's your business, no one else's, right? Maybe Raleigh's jealous that you're not super chatting him, right? Who knows? Anyway, American Dream 1.5 says, my mom is a widower, and if she wanted to date, as long as she's happy, I wouldn't have a problem with it. My own personal opinion. Good. It may be a little weird at first, Dream, but you would get used to it. American Dream 1.5 furthermore says, I know from my in-laws that there is no age limit on dating, but that was from my wife's mom's experience in her 80s. Okay, interesting. Moonchild says, my mom was married twice and widowed twice. Wow. How unfortunate. Sorry to hear about that. Hillbilly Joe says they think I'm past it. Okay, cool. Okay. Well, what matters is what you think, bro. Even when it comes to family, it's not even about what they think about you. It's what you think about you and how you want to live the rest of your life. As long as you're not neglecting any other obligations you have, do you, bro. Do you. Moonchild says, poof, I'm back. Yep. Oh, yeah. Hillbilly Joe says, I guess it beats them sticking me in a home with the other oldies. Well, yeah, anything beats being in a home, bro. That's pretty funny, Bill. Hillbilly Joe. All right. Let me check out Facebook. Nothing going on over there. Let's get to this blog article because it's quite a lot, and I hope I can make it through the whole thing. It's very interesting. All right. This is from Psychology Today, and it's called Feeling Lonely, Discover 18 Ways to Overcome Loneliness, written by Tahiki, can't see this part of the screen, Tahiki Davis, PhD. Okay. Are you connected but still lonely? Use these strategies to overcome loneliness. Okay. The great irony is that as we become increasingly connected on social media, video calling, and messaging, we simultaneously feel increasingly lonely because it's not real. Just like the GLM trim hit situation. No disrespect, GLM. I think that you are more than capable of getting a good-looking, decent dude in real life. And I have to ask you, why wouldn't you do that? And instead, you prefer to talk with internet guys, right? That live states away from you, right? Live far away from you. You know? Don't you feel you deserve more than that? And see, GLM, I respect what you've done to better yourself. Okay, a lot of people have made fun of you in the past, and they made fun of me. I actually respect what you've done to make a difference for yourself. I know you used to weigh a lot more than you weigh now, and you got yourself into shape. You lost the weight, and I'm sure you went through a lot emotionally, maybe with your son's father and all that. I can understand that, and you've made the right changes. Now, take the next step if you want. Find yourself a good dude, local to you. Go on some dates. Get out of that house. Get off. I'm not saying to get off of YouTube in the ways that people have told us to get off of YouTube. Maybe, go focus more of your energy off of YouTube than on YouTube. Do your YouTube thing. That's great. But balance it out. And even though we may use technology to feel more connected, it may be exactly what's leading us to feel lonely because it's not real. If you don't take it to real life, it's not real. Use technology to meet and connect with people. That's great. But until you meet in person and hug that woman if you're a guy, make out with her, or maybe even make love to her or with her, right? It's not going to be real, right? After spending the last year researching and writing my new book, Outsmart Your Smartphone, Conscious Tech Habits for Finding Happiness, Balance, and Connection in Real Life. I'm going to read that. I'm going to get that. I've learned that most of us feel disconnected. What about you? Yeah, because we're living a false sense of reality. We are using the digital world to artificially make us feel like we're relevant and that we're a part of something and to cure our loneliness. But it's only putting a Band-Aid on it temporarily, right? It's not solving the underlying issue, right? Are you feeling socially connected? I am. I know a lot of people aren't. Take this well-being quiz to see how you're feeling. If not, try some of these 18 strategies to stop feeling lonely. I'm going to share this link in the description of YouTube and on Facebook once this stream ends, and you can go and take that quiz later on if you want. But we're going to go over these 18 tips here, okay? Number 1, practice self-kindness. In difficult moments, it is essential to practice self-kindness. Blaming ourselves when we feel lonely is not helpful, so limit your hurtful self-talk. Take care of yourself and just generally give yourself a break. Perhaps a walk in nature or a day at the spa may be helpful for getting yourself into a self-kindness mood. I take walks all the time. I hike on the weekends at times. Most of the time, I didn't go this weekend, obviously. And I take care of myself. I stay healthy and fit. A day at the spa for me would be an Epsom salt bath, right? Whatever, that may be for you. Do something of that nature. Practice self-kindness, right? Love yourself, right? Number 2, capitalize on the present moment. When you feel good about something, share it with others right away. And I don't mean share it by posting on your social media. You could share by calling or texting a friend or share with the people you work with. Keep in mind that positive things that you can share don't have to be big. You could simply have you could simply have woken up on the right side of the bed and think, hey, I'm feeling great today. By sharing these moments, you create small moments of savoring and connection with others that can help you overcome loneliness. Now, don't overdo it, because if you overdo it and you're too much, people are going to know you're extremely lonely and insecure. But, reach out to people at a normal level and share, things with them you want to share, right? And they can share things with you if you're good friends, right? So capitalize on the present moment, okay? Live life in the present. Like I've always said in the past, women are emotional beings, and they respond to everything initially emotionally based on how they're feeling in the present moment, right? And then they reason with logic. Men are typically more logical, and then they may shed some emotion afterwards, right? And the disconnect with a lot of men when it comes to women is the fact that women are always in the present moment. Women are always reacting to how they're feeling in the present moment. And if you are with a woman for 10 years and you do everything perfectly for 10 years, and on the day after your 10-year anniversary, you do something that makes her feel horrible, she's going to react to it in that present moment and not give you any time for good behavior for the last 10 years. It's not going to matter. Those last 10 years don't matter. I mean, they kind of do, but they really don't, because they're in the present moment. Guys, learn to be in the present moment. Okay? Learn to be in the present moment. Number 3, connect in real life. That's what I've always said. Connecting in real life may not be as easy as it once was. We often default to using our smartphones. It is easier, and now it is culturally accepted, but we can decrease our loneliness if we build stronger in-person connections. We do this by looking people in the eyes, listening, being mindful, and choosing not be distracted by our phones or other technologies. Right? Connect in real life. Take it offline and into the real world. These online relationships are just a temporary thing that cure our loneliness temporarily. Okay? It's not real. It's not real until you take it in person and make it real. That's what's really going to cure the loneliness. Number 4, rethink how you spend your spare time. When we feel lonely, sometimes we just want to retreat into a corner and hide. Other times, our endless to-do list may leave us too exhausted to go out and be social. But opting to stay alone every night with our phones, watching Netflix or playing on Facebook can really get us stuck in loneliness. At times, it's okay to be on that phone and to do that, right? But you got to balance it out by going out and being around people or finding a significant other to spend some time with. You got to balance it out. If you do one thing too much, you're not balanced. You're going to feel off. That also includes if you try to spend all your time with your significant other, it's not going to work. You're going to overwhelm them, and then they're going to leave you eventually, right? If we instead use our loneliness to motivate us, to reach out to people, then we can strengthen our relationships by opting to cope with our loneliness. By seeking out social support, we create more social moments with the people in our lives who matter to us, which usually reduces our loneliness. That's what I do here. It reduces our loneliness, which is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I'm reading too fast. That's what I'm trying to do here. Give you folks the outlet to have a real conversation and engage with people that truly care about you and have your best interest in our head and heart. Okay? Do more things with people. Engaging in face-to-face social interactions tends to improve our mood and reduce depression. Activities that involve other people, such as attending religious services or engaging in sports, are also likely to have positive effects on our mental health. So find ways to be around people more. Well, pre-COVID and post-COVID, when it's all said and done, if you're a part of a church, go to church as often as possible. Hang out with that community. Join other groups. If you go to meetup.com, there are many groups you can join, hiking groups, physical activity groups, many other groups, you name it. Join a group, become a part of something. It's going to make you feel, less lonely or not lonely at all. You're going to give yourself something to do. And hey, you're going to meet some great people. And hey, if you're single, you might find the love of your life through that group, right? Number 6, talk to strangers. A growing body of research suggests that even seemingly trivial interactions with strangers, like chatting with a barista or cashier, may be able to keep loneliness at bay by helping us feel more socially connected. So reach out to other human beings to say hello, ask them how they are, or chat about whatever's on your mind. These small acts can make a big difference and help you reduce feelings of loneliness. Whenever I go to the supermarket or anywhere, I always, hey, how you doing today? Most other people that go through the check stand are just like, hey. And then they wait for their items to be scanned, put in their card. They're like, all right, bye, right? I'm like, hey, how you doing today? Good, how are you? Good. And I have a conversation with the cashier and maybe the bagger, the assistant that's bagging the items, while they're doing their work. And then at the very end, after I pay, I say, hey, thank you. They say, thank you. I say, thank you. Have a great day, right? Don't be afraid to talk to people, folks. Like it's just really weird how the millennials and post-millennials are like not as social in that way. You see them go to the market and they're like a robot. Like, hey, okay, here's my card. All right, bye. That's horrible, right? So don't be afraid to talk to strangers and be kind and courteous to people. Don't be afraid to say, hello, how are you doing? Goodbye, thank you, have a great day. See you next time, right? How hard is that, right? Number 7, be active online. Instead of passively surfing the net or your social media, if you want to go online, opt instead to do something that involves the active participation of other people. For example, you can play games with others, chat about something you care about, give advice on the forum, or have a video call with a friend. The more you interact with others while online, the more connected you are likely to feel. If you're active online with the right groups, like this group over here on my channel, perfect. If you're active with a drama group that is sulking in their misery just like you are and you want to get away from it, do you feel that joining a group of people that are sulking in their misery is going to help someone that's trying to overcome sulking in their own misery? No, hang out with a positive group. Yes, be active online. Join groups. Especially now during COVID, you don't really have a choice, right? But join positive, uplifting groups that are going to make you feel truly appreciated and cared for, and it's going to make you feel like you're less lonely or not even lonely at all. Share for real online. Somewhere along the way, the word sharing got co-opted on social media to describe what is really just humble bragging. We post about cool things we did, nice meals we ate, or a fun party we went to. All things that we didn't actually share with the people who are viewing our posts. Right. Instead of posting about things you did, reclaim the word share for what it really means, to give a small or large portion of what is yours to someone else. You could share advice, words, support, or even empathy from all your smartphone. As a result, your connections are likely to be more kind and supportive. You're not sharing to be selfish. Sharing something is not a selfish act. A lot of people share on social media to show off. That's not really sharing. That's showing off. When you share, you give somebody something. Great information, advice, words of encouragement, support, like the blog author says, or even empathy, sympathy, if necessary, right? Okay? That's what sharing is. Sharing is like giving. It is not taking and making it about yourself. All right? So, I think we're halfway through this. We are at number 9. I'm going to go through one more, then check out the chat, take one more quick break before I get to the last part of the show. Stop focusing so much on you. Yes, I was just saying that. Stop focusing so much on you. It is almost inevitable in our modern technology crazed world that we start to believe we don't have enough. Bob got a new car. Sherry got a new house. Sonia got a new job. We also see false, unrealistic images, models photoshopped to have perfect waist and abs, and we feel envious. As a result, we become increasingly focused on how we are not measuring up. That's an insecurity. Get over that. Don't focus on you. Stop focusing so much on you. You got to focus enough on you to take care of yourself, okay? But don't let it consume you. Instead of focusing on what you can get, shift your focus to what you can give. Folks, this one line here is the way I was raised and has made me who I am. Instead of focusing on what you can get, shift your focus to what you can give. You can sell t-shirts online to raise money for a good cause. You could ask friends to donate to a charity for your birthday. By giving to others, you take the focus off yourself and do good at the same time, helping you to feel more connected and less lonely. Folks, when you volunteer your time, that cures the loneliness. You're supporting a good cause and helping people in need, and you're working with other people doing the same thing. So you have great company at the same time. Like join a nonprofit or volunteer for a nonprofit. That'll definitely put you in a better position mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It'll make you feel better. It'll make you feel important. It'll make you feel like you're accomplishing something. And then loneliness will just go away. And again, you might find an amazing person to become great friends with or even date while you're doing this, right? All right, we're going to stop right there. We're going to stop right there. And let me check out the chat here. Let me check out the chat. Let me check out Facebook. Darren, 4 minutes ago. Yep, I always ask, hey, how are you doing today when ringing up customers? That's good, Darren. That's good. That's being kind, polite, and courteous. Darren furthermore says on Facebook, sometimes it will make someone's day by that. Absolutely, dude. Especially if you're a guy that's good looking like Darren and I are, and you put a smile on their face, right? Especially with a female cashier, right, Darren? Nice smile, right? You know, someone that's actually being considerate, right? All right. Okay. Moonshot says, Glen Ivy Spa is a good spa, so many pools. Is that a spa near your area? Hillbilly Joe says, to remove my wrinkles, someone would have to be a master at photo editing. My face has more ridges than the Grand Canyon. Well, maybe there's truth to that. You're in your 40s, right? And look, you got to look at yourself and say, I look good for my age, right? I take care of myself. Maybe you go out, you do what most women do. You wear some makeup, right? But yeah, if you're just joking about that and you're secure within yourself and that's cool, no worries. If that's an insecurity, Moonchild, you got to get over that. If that prevents you from putting yourself out there, then you got to get over that and work through that. If you're just, saying, yeah, I'm a little bit older, I've got wrinkles, but so what? I love myself. I'm happy within myself. Someone that really wants to be with me will accept me, right? We all get wrinkles as we age, right? I'm just lucky I don't have wrinkles yet. I do a lot of things to take care of myself that I enjoy doing. I bathe frequently, shower daily. I work out all the time. I keep myself very healthy. No, it's in California, says Moonchild. I went there in 2012. What part of California? Hillbilly Joe says, nope, I'm in my 60s. I don't have wrinkles. Oh, that was Hillbilly Joe saying that. Sorry, Moonchild. Sorry, I screwed that up. I was reading Hillbilly Joe's message. Yeah, sorry about that, Moonchild. That was Hillbilly Joe's message. My apologies. Yeah, Joe, you're in your 60s, bro. People are going to have wrinkles. Don't let it get to you. The women you meet at your age are going to probably be in their 50s and 60s. They're going to have wrinkles too. No big deal, right? It is what it is. We all age, right? Doesn't mean we stop being who we are, right? All right, folks, we are at 1 hour and 34 minutes. I'm going to step away and take another quick break here before I go over the last 9 aspects of the blog here. But let me go back over to full screen. And give me a second here. Gonna cue up some music. Another nice turnout today. Thank you for being here on YouTube and on Facebook and spending part of your Valentine's Day and this Sunday with Coach Eli. All right. All right, I've got one. I got 2. Let me see here. 3, and just need one more. All right, folks, music is all queued up. I'm going to step away for another 5 to 7 or 8 minute break. When I get back, we are going to continue with the last 9 ways to overcome loneliness if you're feeling lonely. So stick around. We'll be right back. An American Dream. American Dream. I'm loving what you're saying in the chat. I got a lot to respond to that in a second here. Once I get back here. Well, I am back, but I got to do the intro to the next segment, right? Be professional, right? Happy Valentine's Day, everybody, whether you're single or you have a special loved one, right? Woo! I'm shameless, Dream. I'm shameless, Moonchild. When you have no shame, nothing bothers you, right? When you have no shame, nothing bothers you. Yeah! Yeah. Yes. Nothing bothers you when you're shameless. So be shameless with me, all right? Be shameless with Coach Eli. All right. Welcome back to the third segment of Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube and also simulcasting live on Facebook. Glad you could all join me today on this very special Valentine's Day, Sunday, February 14th, 2021. In case you're watching this on the replay, this is when it was done live. Hopefully you're enjoying the replay. If you're watching the replay, please comment in the comments section, Facebook or YouTube or both, if you're watching the replay. But today we have been discussing, are you single and lonely? What a great topic to discuss on Valentine's Day, right? Are you single and lonely? How to overcome this and attract anything you want in life. Happy Valentine's Day! One more time, are you single and lonely? How to overcome this and attract anything you want. Happy Valentine's Day. And again, folks, I have to tell you this. If you're feeling lonely, that's one thing. If you're lonely and depressed and feeling insecure and down, how do you feel that's going to affect you from curing your loneliness? Do you feel it's going to attract the right people to cure your loneliness, or that's going to repel people? So figure that out. Think about that. And I think you put two and two together on what you need to do to cure the loneliness, right? Just be positive, be happy, love who you are no matter what. Now let me get to the chat here. Let me check out Facebook real quick. Oh, I got a notice on Facebook. Matching content detected. If you continue to use music you don't own, it's from the YouTube audio library. Maybe Facebook doesn't like it. Wow. Okay. Well, I got to figure out which songs I can and can't use. Wow. Facebook got a pretty strong content ID system. That's not in alignment with YouTube. Well, if my Facebook broadcast gets shut down, come over to YouTube. Okay, youtube.com/C/grip on life. Oh well, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm simulcasting on multiple platforms, and they all have different systems there, and I'm trying to abide by the rules, but it's hard. Let me get to the YouTube chat here. Hillbilly Joe, do you want my glasses? Moonchild says, people think I am in my 20s or 30s. Yeah, you do look younger than your age. You and I both. We take good care of ourselves. American Dream 1.5, I have been told when my hair is a certain style and I'm clean shaven that I look like I'm in my 30s or early 40s. And that's what you got to do, bro. That's what I do. That's what I do. I'm actually, I've got a couple of women that, I'm going to be probably talking to between today and tomorrow by phone from Match.com. They're both two cute Latin women. One of them is 33 and one of them is 43. So the one that's 43 is closer to my age, but the one that's 33 is very interested in talking with me. We've been chatting through Match, and we've traded numbers, and we've been texting a little bit here and there, and she's very excited. I'm 47 years old. She's 33. I'm 14 years older than her, and she's excited to talk to me or with me. Why? I take care of myself. I love who I am. I'm a happy, positive person, and for my age, I feel I look pretty good. Humbly speaking, right? And I know deep within that I look good and feel good, right? I'm not going to come out and say that to her. I'm saying that to you folks here for example purposes, so you learn how to better take care of yourself, so that way you're going to attract more people into your life, right? So good point there, Dream. Moonshot says, cool. American Dream 1.5 says, once or twice a year, I exercise regularly and get in good shape. Well, if you do it more often, not only will you stay in good shape, you're going to let those endorphins flow. I think you already know that, Dream. And you're going to just feel even better, right? That's why I feel so good. I let the endorphins flow all day, every day. I believe that helps with my youthful existence, but I might be wrong. LOL. No, you're right. And if you want me to validate that, Dream, I'm just joking. I will validate it, though. It's true, bro. It's absolutely correct. It's a great way to look at it. Moonchild with a thumbs up. American Dream 1.5 channel member says, this truly is an excellent channel and platform to hang out on. It is stress-free. I actually like the guy, Coach Eli. He's brave and strong enough to be himself. I'm going to come back to that, Dream, and respond to that. It's going to take me a while. So, Moonchild says, I agree. Thank you for the compliments. I'll get to that in a second. I will respond to that thoroughly. Other channels that I've associated with, you have to go along with what they're doing or what they say, or you're exiled. Moonchild says, that sucks. Moonchild, poof, I'm back. American Dream 1.5 says, I guess Facebook is very strict on their criteria. I didn't know. No, they have content ID too, but their system is different. And I guess, some songs from the YouTube audio library are not allowed to be broadcasted out there. I got 4 people on Facebook now. That's interesting. Welcome to the show. If you are just joining us, go back and check out the replay once the show ends. All right. So let me get back to responding to what Dream said and put my further thoughts into it before I get back to the last 9 parts of the blog. This truly is an excellent channel and platform to hang out on. It is stress-free. I actually like the guy, Coach Eli. He's brave and strong enough to be himself. Why be anyone besides yourself? Why worry about what other people think about you? The right people that resonate with you are going to truly support you, right? If you pretend to be something you're not, like some other channels do, you're going to attract the wrong people, and it's going to derail you off your initial message. Just like, let's give these other Dramasphere channels another plug here, unexpectedly. But what the heck? The Jamie Lycan Theory channel and Punksthetic Art and Entertainment channel. Both those channels have a purpose, but they never stick to the topic because the audience is a drama audience, so he's made his channels completely cater to the Dramasphere. Same with Raleigh. Raleigh's a repairman, a handyman. He's pretty good, actually. I'll give him props. He's pretty good. He knows what he's doing. But when he does repair content, he doesn't get nearly the traction he gets when he talks about drama. Right? So would you say that Raleigh, Jamie, and some of these other Dramasphere content creators are being themselves? Or have they changed what they're doing to accommodate their current audience? You see what I'm saying? Their current audience is filled with people that are there for drama. They're insecure, they're weak, they're needy, they're desperate, they're emotionally and mentally unstable. They're just very bitter and angry and hateful people. And do you think these people are really there to support Raleigh or Jamie? Or are they just there because anyone that would be talking drama and smack is going to entertain them to, put a Band-Aid on the real issue, which is their insecurities and their loneliness, right? Think about it, right? Other channels that I've associated with, you have to go along with what they're doing or what they say, or you're exiled. JB Gunner is one of them as well. JB Gunner, all his channels, Jamie Lycan Theory, Raleigh, and the rest of them, right? All those people from the drama sphere. And if you don't know about these channels, folks, if you're new here, these are drama channels with content creators that used to create real content, but because they became a part of this drama group and they somehow, converted their audience from their regular audience to a drama audience, and the regular audiences used to not get them a lot of traction. Now the drama people are giving them a false sense of growth, in my opinion, by giving them a larger audience and more people on their live streams, right? But how much further can you grow from that? If I was going to ask Raleigh, Jamie, JB, and all that, how much further can you grow organically through YouTube? By catering your audience to a very niche-specific dramasphere audience that knows the people that you're attacking. Because the other people that don't know the story, the backstory, don't care. So you're, in essence, you're stunting your growth, right? So Dream, what you're saying, I greatly appreciate, bro. And thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. Moonchild says, I'd like to be someone else on Halloween. That's a good point. I'm going to give you a big round of applause for that, Moonchild. That definitely deserves a big round of applause. All right. So let's go back to the blog. Feeling lonely, discover 18 ways to overcome loneliness. If you missed the first, couple segments, the first segment, I shared my own thoughts about how to, cure your loneliness and what to stay away from and what to do. Now, in the second half, after the second segment was started, I was sharing the first 9 ways to overcome loneliness when you're feeling lonely. And now we're going to go over the last 9. And so we're going to start off with number 10. Let me switch back over to the other screen here. Number 10, stop your negative thought cycles. We might repeatedly think about what we could have done differently to prevent ourselves from feeling so alone. We ruminate on the events or people or causes because we mistakenly believe that thinking about our loneliness over and over again will help us solve it. Unfortunately, it does us no good to get caught up in our thoughts instead of taking the actions we need to feel better, right? Take the right actions to feel better. Associate yourself with people that feel good about themselves, not people that are in your same situation. Because if you seek out and find people that are feeling the same way you feel, you're just going to go further down the opposite way. How come these people don't get that, right? Seek out good people that are already in a good place, that are going to help you overcome what you're feeling, which is lonely, right? To put an end to these negative thought cycles, we need to take action. Do something different that stops these thoughts and changes our experience of the world. For example, if I'm feeling lonely, I'll go to the gym or schedule lunches with friends for the next few days, and it helps. Absolutely. I do that all the time. And back in the days when I wasn't doing that as often, and as I got older and started experiencing things and started, dealing with things that didn't make me feel good, I pushed myself to go out there when I wasn't feeling good and take a walk. It makes you feel like you're escaping. It makes you feel like you get to get out of the house. You get to walk around, put on your headset, listen to some music, right? Breathe in the fresh air, kick in those endorphins, and it helps you feel better. It helps you overcome, the negative feelings that you're feeling. Number 11, generate a sense of awe. Awe, like when we witness the birth of a new baby or a majestic moment. Make time seem like it's standing still and helps us be more open to connecting. Something about feeling small in the context of a big world appears to help us see ourselves as part of a whole which may help us feel less alone. So expose yourself to something that creates awe, like landscape, new experiences, or new foods. Here's some mindful exercises to get started. When I share this link, you'll be able to click on those links. When I share this link in the YouTube description and Facebook description towards the end of the show, you folks will be able to see that. Darren says, damn right, on Facebook, you can't think like that. There will always be someone out there. Absolutely, Darren. Absolutely. Hello, Jeremy Corbin. Welcome to the show. He says, agreed. How are you, host? I'm doing quite well. Welcome. All right. So, yeah, when you go out, like when I go on the hike, I have that feeling of awe. I'm in the, majestic nature part of the world. And especially if it's a new hike I haven't experienced, I'm like exploring. And the more and more amazing aspects that I see while on a new hike, even in hikes that I've done many times, like I get that feeling of, this is amazing. This feels so good. I'm out here with a beautiful woman. I'm staying in shape. I'm letting those endorphins kick in. And it's just such a beautiful place to be. And the views are amazing. It's just incredible. Spend money on experiences. If we're spending all our money on things, we won't have the cash to spend money on experiences with others. And it turns out that spending money on experiences is way better for our mental health. So get creative and think about what you want to do with others. For example, I might go on a canoeing trip, go wine tasting, plan a beach party, or host an arts and crafts night. What group activities might make you feel less lonely? Well, like for me, I enjoy going on weekend getaway trips with a good woman, though. Now, I can get away by myself for a night or two. I've done that in the past at times. But what really, really does it for me is when I have a good woman in my life and I can plan this weekend getaway or 3 or 4 day getaway. And we take a nice, 2-3 hour drive, maybe 4 or 5 hour drive sometimes, depending on how far we're going, and get a nice room, get that feeling like you're getting away from your area. It's like an escape, right? And that alone makes you feel good. And then, for me, in California, you're always near some body of water. Typically, if you're close to the coast like myself, you're going to be near the beach. You can explore that. There's just so many things you can do. When you spend money on experiences, like the blog author says, and you're exploring new things, it's going to make you feel like you're accomplishing something, right? And that's going to automatically make you feel amazing, right? Even if you do that on your own. Now, I'd rather do that with somebody else, but even if you're doing that on your own, right? You go away on your own for a few days and explore. It's still amazing. Number 13, pay attention to the things that matter. How do we expect to improve our loneliness when we don't know what causes it, right? Well, that's what I'm trying to help you identify. What causes it is how you see yourself, right? If you're a person that takes care of yourself, you stay healthy and fit, you're not overweight, and regardless of your age, you take care of yourself as best as possible, you look as young as possible for your age, right? And you don't let anyone else's opinion of you bother you, because no one else's opinion of you matters besides your own. If you have that attitude, nothing's going to bother you. And you're not going to feel lonely. I don't really feel lonely. Like at times I kind of miss having a woman around. I'm, putting myself out there trying to find a decent one. But I know the right one will come when the time is right. In the meantime, I keep a positive attitude. I don't sit there and dwell in misery or anything like that. Yeah, does it get lonely at night sometimes? Sure. But I don't sit there and let it consume me and bother me. I think about it for a minute or two, and then I go back to doing what I'm doing. It's not a big deal. That's normal. What's not normal is or as normal is when you're consumed by it. It is hard. So it is helpful to start paying attention to the present moment. Just like I said earlier, pay attention even to you guys to the present moment. Women respond to everything emotionally based on how they're feeling in the present moment. Guys are more logical first, right? Live your life right now in this moment. Don't live your life in the past and don't live your life in the future. Live it right now. You can plan things for the future, but then go back to living in the now. That's it. Be current. Be in the moment, right? Life has many moments that happen in the moment. That's it. What are the experiences that make you feel lonely? And what are the experiences that make you feel connected or like you belong? Okay, ask yourself that. Ask yourself what makes you feel lonely and what makes you feel good and connected, like you belong to something, right? Identifying these moments can help you reduce loneliness because you can limit your engagement in activities that make you feel lonely and increase your engagement in activities that make you feel connected. Right. Pay attention to things that matter, like number 13 says, right? And things that don't matter, like the trolls and haters, ignore them. Don't let them get to you. Let them do what they're going to do. Okay? Don't let them affect you. Every now and then, if you do a YouTube stream like me and you want to talk about them for example purposes, talk about them, be respectful, state the facts, and then just get back to doing what you're doing. And don't let them get to you. But just know, if you're going to talk about these people, they're going to talk about you. And quite frankly, I don't care if they talk about me. So focus more on things that matter, not the things that, are going to set you back, or people that are trying to shoot you down or kick you down, right? Number 14, create a vision board. I keep a vision board tacked up by my desk to remind me my goals. A big chunk of my vision board is about connecting, building community, networking, spending time with family, and the like. Sometimes I have a hard time sticking to it, but having the vision board reminds me to. Once you discover the things that make you feel less lonely and more connected, it can be helpful to create a board or list a plan, or list or plan for what you'll do, something to keep near you so you remember what you need to do to combat loneliness. Now, I haven't created a vision board in a long time. I did in my younger days, but for me, it's not necessary anymore because I already know where I'm at and I already know where I want to go and be. But for the typical average everyday person that doesn't have as much personal development under their belt like I do, which is what I'm trying to say, create a vision board. Okay? However you want to do it, if you want to get like a whiteboard, or you want to get, a big pad, and use that to draw out your vision board. However you want to do it, create a vision board and, put in that vision board, what you want to accomplish, where you want to be, right? And then you can look at it every day and it will remind you to stay on track. Now, for me, I don't need the vision board. It's all in my head, but I'm very experienced at this. For the average everyday person that doesn't have, like I said, as much personal development under their belt like I do, you may need to write these things down. And initially I did too, many, many years ago. Number 15, tend to your network. Sometimes we can end up feeling alone even though we are connected to lots of people. So it can be helpful to reach out to these people and schedule times to catch up. Aim to schedule at least 1 hour, one social hour per week, a coffee date, lunch, happy hour, who knows? Maybe an old friendship can be reignited. I neglected my Facebook for years. So what did I do? I figured out a way to tend to that network. I basically started simulcasting on Facebook. Does that affect my YouTube a little bit? Maybe. I'd rather have these people come over to YouTube, but a lot of them, they won't. They love Facebook. So I'm killing two birds with one stone. It's very easy for me with the computer I have, the internet connection I have, and all that to multicast to wherever I want to multicast. So I did that, and now I'm back to tending to the network I've cared about for many, many years, even before I came out here on YouTube as a full-time creator. So that's that. We've got just 3 more, folks. So get your questions in right now. We'll be going off the air in about 10 minutes or so. Let's see. Good. It's a cold morning in the UK, says Jeremy. Jeremy says the 3rd lockdown in the UK has created a lot of loneliness. I hear you, bro. I like the flat cap, Elias. A lot of Northern English wear those caps. Yeah, it's a Kangol 507 wool hat. I have a bald head. And while the trolls think I don't like my shaved head, hang on a second. Hang on. Give me a second here. All right. I had to respond to a text message. Yeah, it's a Kangol 507 wool hat. And a lot of the trolls, because I have a bald head, think I'm wearing hats because I'm insecure about my bald head. I love my bald head. But wearing hats, a trick I learned when I was doing in-person networking. I used to run and attend in-person networking events during the previous 10 years when I first became an entrepreneur running my former insurance business. Wearing a hat, like many other people did, would stand you out in the crowd. You would stand out in the crowd. People would say, nice hat, right? That's why I do it. It's like a prop. I also like the way it looks. It does look good, but I'm not afraid to sport my bald head. It's my branding. It's what defines me for my branding out here on YouTube and when I used to do networking in person, right? Again, don't let the trolls get you. Like they try to get me saying, oh, Eli's a bald loser. He can't stand the fact that he's bald. That's why he wears those hats. What are we, 2-year-olds? For Christ's sake. Correct. Good comes to those who wait, says Jeremy. Live now. Live now, says Jeremy. Nice. Nothing wrong with a shaven head, says Jeremy. I wear a hat because I can't get my hair cut due to the barbershop being shut. I don't blame you, bro. Hats are cool, man. It's all good. All right, let me get back to this real quick here. Number 16. Join an online group of like-minded people. That's what I was saying earlier. Join an online group. Join my group. Join other people's groups. Okay? Make sure they're positive, though. Don't join drama groups, because if you join drama groups, you're going to be joining people that are just like the way you're currently feeling that you want to change, and you're not going to change feeling that way if you're hanging out with people that are feeling down, lonely, and miserable like you. If you want to change that, associate with people and hang around groups of people that are like the way you want to change towards and feel. Okay? You can now find people online with just about any interest. For example, politics, cooking, or sports. Joining one of these mission-oriented groups can be a way to feel more connected to others. Even when you don't have access to face-to-face interactions, you might get to know some new people or make lifelong friends. You can even try out a few groups to see which ones fit you best and decrease your loneliness to the most. Exactly. Again, join positive, uplifting groups that are not going to, bring any drama in your life or make you feel worse than you already feel. Number 17, volunteer remotely or in real life. I was saying that earlier. For some of us, it is hard to find people to spend time with, let alone connect with. So we have to find new people. One way to do this is by volunteering for a cause, either remotely or in your town. Just be sure you're working with others. Working on an important problem with others can help you decrease loneliness. Volunteer, folks. Join a nonprofit. Find a nonprofit that resonates with you and what you enjoy doing, you believe in, and go and volunteer for it. They will greatly appreciate it. And if you're running your own business, you can take pictures and show that, hey, you're a business owner, but you're also one that gives back, right? And last but not least, get your questions in right now, comments or concerns in right now. I'll be going off the air in a few minutes. Number 18, be nice to yourself. Love yourself. I always say that. It is important to practice self-compassion when you fail at things. Remember, everyone fails, and there's no need to be a bully to yourself, feel guilty, or put yourself down. That kind of attitude won't help you decrease loneliness now or in the future. Instead, try talking to yourself in a way that's supportive, kind, and caring, and you'll be more likely to acknowledge mistakes that you may have made and trying to decrease loneliness and hopefully do better next time. Absolutely. It all starts within you. I say this time and time again. You are your own worst enemy, but you can also be your own best friend. Why not choose to be your own best friend instead of your own worst enemy? Be nice to yourself. Love yourself deep within. Wake up every morning, look in the mirror, and say, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself 5 freaking times. And think that in your head as you go out to the world, and it'll make you happy. Now, don't go to people and tell people you love yourself, so you should love me too. I love myself, ma'am, so you should love me too. No, you got to keep it within. Keep it deep within. But when you go out, people are going to see your happiness without even saying a word. And you will naturally attract more people to you. That is that. All right, folks. We are at 2 hours, almost at 2 hours and 15 minutes. Let's go back to full screen. The hat is your trademark. Thank you, Moonchild. Jeremy says, be yourself. Absolutely. I'm Baxter's Dream. We're about to get off the air here. Folks, hope you enjoyed the show. Happy Valentine's Day. Moonchild says, I'm good enough, I'm smart, and doggone it, people like me. Excellent. Jeremy says, hey, Dream and Moon. All right, folks. I've got a few phone calls to make tonight, and I'm going to relax. I've been going hard in the paint lately. I've been streaming every day for at least a couple hours. And I'm going to try to keep it going every single day. I'm sure one of these weekends I'm going to have some plans like I typically do. I didn't have any this weekend, but I'm sure I'm going to have some plans. So I'm going to keep streaming every day, folks. I'm going to keep on coming back. If you have any topic suggestions, please email me at coacheli at coacheli@melas.com. The links to my emails are below in the description. I'm also going to quickly share this link on Facebook and YouTube real quick. A third of the way down in the description under the sources section. So give me just a second here. Okay, I just saved and updated on YouTube, so you can either refresh and see it now or wait for the replay. It'll show up. And on Facebook, I'm going to put it in the Facebook. My buddy Jeff showed up 3 minutes ago. Hey, Jeff, how you doing, bro? I'm about to get on out of here, but thank you for popping on by. And happy Valentine's Day to you and your wife and your child, Jeff, out there in New York. I'm going to get on out of here. Jeremy says, okie dokie, take care. Thank you, Jeremy, for being here. Thank you, American Dream 1.5, for the super chats and for being here. Thank you to Moonchild for moderating the chat once again. And anyone else that I may have missed earlier today, thank you to Darren on the Facebook side. Thank you to Jeff and anyone else I missed. Have yourselves a great night, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye. Bye. Happy Valentine's Day. Bye-bye.